Sonic Team has been trying to make speed feel good for years, and somehow this small indie game nails it. So today I want to break down why Haste feels so good to play and why Sonic games haven't quite nailed this in a long time. Okay, if you've played modern Sonic games like Sonic Frontiers, then you probably know the deal. It looks fast, it feels fast, but there's something big missing here. Speed does not feel earned in Sonic Frontiers, it kind of feels handed to you. And this is where Haste completely flips the formula. So let's talk about the biggest difference: momentum. In Haste, speed isn't just something you have, it's something you earn, it's something you build, it's something you maintain. And yeah, you can risk losing the speed at any moment. Every moment matters in Haste, you know, like how you land, how you turn, when you boost, when you use your abilities. You know, you're constantly thinking like, you know, if I mess this up, then I lose everything, you know, and you're constantly thinking in the game, and that creates tension, you know, and you need that. Another thing Haste has is risk versus reward. The faster you go, the harder the game becomes to control, right? So you're always making decisions like, do I go full speed and risk crashing, or do I slow down and play it safe? That quick thinking and decision making is what makes the game feel more alive and immersive compared to recent Sonic games. In a lot of modern Sonic games, boosting is basically free. It's not earned at all. You know, you hold a button and you're already at top speed, you know? There's no real consequence, there's no real tension to these modern Sonic games. Another big thing is that Haste trusts the player. It doesn't rely on like automation or scripted sequences to make things exciting. You know, modern Sonic games often like lock you into set paths and play animations for you. It looks cool, but you're not really playing the game, you know? Like in Haste, every bit of speed comes from the player, and that makes a huge difference, honestly. So what could Sonic Team actually learn from Haste? Well, firstly, make speed something you earn. You know, in Haste, there's a lot of hills and curves where the player can actually get momentum from these hills and curves. I feel like Sonic Team should learn from this. You know, that's how it was in the classic games, and I believe that's how it should be now, you know, just follow the same formula. The second point I'm about to make kind of leans into the first point I made. Sonic Team needs to make levels that are expansive and isn't just a straight line for 2 minutes, you know. The levels need to be expansive, they need to be adventurous, they need to be dynamic, you know, they need to have loads of hills and edges and curves, and I feel like that's very important. Thirdly is to give full control back to the player. Imagine a Sonic game where momentum actually matters and the mistakes that you make cost you your speed, and mastering the movement is difficult but is rewarding. You know, that is definitely needed. That is the direction Sonic Team should be heading. You don't need a massive budget to make Sonic control good. You just need a team that has the right design philosophy. And honestly, if Sonic Team just took some notes from Haste, we might finally get a Sonic game that truly feels as fast as it looks. But what do you think? You know, like, do you prefer the boost style Sonic games, or do you prefer something more skill-based like Haste? You know, I definitely prefer something more skill-based. Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe for more gaming content. But that is it from me today, and I will catch you in the next one.